constructing the sign by Len Morneau, whose brother is in Hollywood, and the guy at it. They're putting it up right now, the sign. So let's go look. And it's getting practically filled right now. Some concrete. And there it is.
Okay, let's mix up the rest of it. And throw like a half gallon in there.
That's, we're going to say maybe level it.
Do that in a second. That's too much.
So I'm going to back out so I get out of their way.
I just don't want to have
And hello to Marco.
just in case.
And the plaque is dedicated by ancient aliens in the back, and I'll show it to you once it's up and set. I've got my other camera recording everything, and we'll add audio to it afterwards. We already conducted a few interviews here, so they're getting it situated, and this will be the sign as you enter the park. And as I showed earlier, that's where the plaque is over there. We just put that bench over there. So this is pretty much the big project left for the day, and then there's going to be another solar lamp post that's going to be put up over there, and another bench. Beautiful day. Great day to be out here doing this. And we are in Sheffield, Massachusetts. And Kathy did a great job with the interviews. There's Kathy right there with Judge Kevin Titus. So you'll be seeing Kathy on the interviews. And really worked out really well today, I have to say. I don't know why I'm talking low. I don't know why. But I've had a blast here today. This was a ton of fun. And just to give you guys, again, I'm going to try to go over the details of the case somewhat. So they crossed this bridge. Tom was about 10 years old with his brother. His mother and grandmother were in the vehicle. They were coming from that direction, heading to where I'm standing. So they were heading that way, home. And as they reached right where the monument is, in the vehicle, they were in a station wagon. Tom looked to this direction. He saw a white orb over the river. His brother seen an orange orb over in that direction. So they continued down the road, and I don't know if you see that telephone pole way in the distance over there. That's where they pulled over. There was a craft in this field over here. There was an actual craft in that field. So they were in the middle of all the activity. You had the orange orb here, you had the white orb here, and you had a craft sitting in the field in the distance. Now, it wasn't necessarily close. He said it was far off in the distance, but it was in that field. And they had pulled over right there. That's where they really had their experience. So right now, you have this bench here that was just put in. I think a local lawn and garden. Yes. Gingras Lawn and Garden and Shockwave Motors is which the company, there's nothing I could do. We're lucky to even have a video right now. The stream is very poor here. The signal, very poor. I'm lucky to be streaming. Probably if I move too much, it's shaky. I wouldn't doubt it, because I am really lucky to be even on. Nobody here is getting a signal on their phone. I'm like the only person that can. It's not even a joke. So the other benches are dedicated Travis Walton, Ben Hansen, the bench at the farthest point. The one that Mom is sitting on, Tom Reed, and I don't recall who the other sponsor is for that bench. Oh, the International Museum at Roswell, the UFO Museum in Roswell, I believe. Let's go by Mom. And I'm sure it looks terrible right now because I'm moving. But let's see. Here's Mom. Yeah, the International UFO Museum. Let me get it. It's really sunny and bright right there. And what's up, Jello? And that other bench over there, Travis Walton and Ben Hansen sponsored that bench. And then you've got all these solar posts. So right now they're putting in the sign when you enter the park, the Monument Park sign. And on the back of it, there's a plaque from Ancient Aliens, sponsored, donated actually. I don't know if you can see it over his shoulder.
Come back. That's it.
That's what we need.
I'm gonna cool here.
Welcome to the site of the first UFO incident officially inducted into the United States as historically true. Sculpture is by the gentleman right there, Len Morneau. He's the one who created this monument, built it. It's incredible to see it in person.
See if it stands on its own.
So that's Len Morneau,
I get some water and I said, I gotta have that name.
and that's the front of the sign. Tom Reed UFO Monument Park, ufopark.org.
Just listening.
There you go.
So bad that I couldn't even take my car.
So right now, I'm gonna get out of their way. They're making sure it's level. The hole has to be close to 3 feet down. And it's a quick setting concrete. And there are rocks in there too. So this is the park. It is absolutely beautiful here. Absolutely. We couldn't have had a better day if we tried. There's a slight breeze. I would say it's about 70, 72 degrees, if I had to guess. It's just amazing.
Do you want to stake it and use the...
Who else is in chat? I see Jello. I see Marco. Hello to everybody that may be watching right now. You're looking at the official
If you get it perfectly plumb,
sign, entry sign, monument sign for the park.
seems to be staying there. I don't know if the wind is going to...
And there you go. I know, like I said, guys, I know the video may be poor, the signal is poor. That looks good. Let me see how this looks if you were to walk in. That looks excellent. Yeah, that's good. And hello to Elise. Now it's really sunny out here, folks. I can't see chat too good. We're lucky, like I said, I'm really lucky to be even streaming right now. The other folks here have had major issues. They can't even get on. I'm going to sit in Kevin Chidas' chair. The judge's chair. Judge, I'm sitting in your chair for a sec.
What's that?
I'm going to sit in your chair a sec.
Go right ahead. Everybody loves my director chair. You should have one, Bill.
Right? I should have a producer chair.
A producer chair. It's higher than that. That's just an actor chair. I got that from Texas from my show down there.
Yeah,
That's
he's
really nice.
he does, like, we had Kevin Titus on earlier. He does he participates in historical events. I highly recommend folks to check out his Facebook. Just look up Kevin Titus. And he is the 30th district judge here. He's the one that pretty much got the documentation in order to make this official. The sign looks great, and it's windy out here. That sign weighs, folks, 200 pounds. That is not even a joke. That is a heavy sign. And the person that has the level, that's Len Morneau. He's the individual that developed that sculpture. He built it. There you go. That's right. Let's get closer. He's the guy.
That's right.
We'll let the artist be with his thing here. Hold on, let's get some pictures.
We're live on YouTube.
Are we?
Yeah.
Lenny, we're live. Everybody, this is the artist.
That's it. Yep.
The producer.
I am serious.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen.
He is the creator.
One more now.
Hey, bravo!
Handstands for everyone.
So there you go.
Great, buddy.
It looks awesome.
And that is one heavy piece.
Yeah.
Like you said, what, 200 pounds you said?
250 pounds, like
It's
that.
cast iron.
Wow.
Next.
Ancient aliens, that's good.
Len, how long did it take to build that?
Probably worked on it about 25 hours.
Really?
Because it was all rusty. I had to grind it all out, get all the rust off of it,
Hold on here.
and then use several different grits of paper, sandpaper, to create that edge that's really shiny and sharp.
Mm.
That complements the
And then I
center.
used on those polished metal areas, I used a automotive clear automotive finish, so it can withstand the sunlight and direct
Have they
sunlight.
seen
Mm.
this?
It takes a lot of love to do that.
It's yeah. You could see that he put a lot of passion
Yes.
into doing his work.
Well, he's been a friend of mine since I was 19.
A lot of love.
Yeah, Lenny and I, we grew up together.
You mean I'm not supposed to-
and my girlfriend used
Lean
to know
against
his
it?
girlfriend, and my 24th birthday party was at his house, which he held at
Wow.
Shoe Blind Liquors. When they were on vacation. They were on vacation.
The heavy-duty stuff.
Well, I say that too loud.
100
Yeah, it's on YouTube too. Anyway, so there you go.
And that house actually, I think, was just down the road from Mike Tyson's place, right? This is
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my 21st birthday party that he held for me was right next to the
Wow.
Yeah, Mike Tyson was right there.
Oh my God, I saw a fight with him, and then I was in my house, and then I was going, God, punch him in the stomach.
That I'm telling you, that really looks awesome. By the way, that really does.
It makes the part.
Yeah.
And it goes, the black goes with the light poles.
Yeah.
It goes with the
Yeah.
benches.
Exactly.
It all in. It's got that same color.
Yes.
Look at the bridge. It's black and gray.
Yes.
True.
It just works perfectly. I couldn't ask for a nicer piece. It's not too big. It's not
I want a
obscene.
picture, Billy.
And it also has the feel of the area
History. Yeah, the
Yeah.
old. Yeah. With
And
a touch of
because, and that was originally, what was that?
It was a cast iron tractor
gear.
sprocket. It was part of a wheel that drove a heavy metal tractor straps that drive across the
Look at that.
pond.
Wow.
For digging up heavy, probably industrial, commercial kind of buildings.
Which would make sense due to the weight.
It could have been used for building highways, I'm not sure. But
You see the back of it?
it's,
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the camera in a second with that. Yeah, it looks excellent.
but I hate to tell people really what it is, because I want people to look at it and create
Admire
their
it.
own
Yeah,
idea.
but you know what? It's also the ingenuity that went into it to develop and build it.
Yeah.
It's crafty.
Yep.
You know,
And the thought process.
it's a talent.
When
Exactly.
he said to me, I got the piece for you. I'm like, that's it.
Like he said, sometimes we make things and we want people to guess, and you know,
Yeah.
but that's
And I could
very
actually
creative.
see it before it was even done. I could
Mhm.
already tell I was going to like it.
Yeah, you can see that's creative. I mean,
It's
that's
artistic. and
Yes,
yet it's, at
exactly.
The same time, it's functional.
And simple.
exactly
And simple.
right.
It makes it cool.
And like I said, it has that feel of the area with the farms, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean. It keeps to the theme.
If you want to let your imagination go, you can assume that it fell out of a UFO and was found in the ground.
Yeah, that's actually a recovered artifact. And look, it's stunning. It looks really good.
I think it does the job. And,
It does.
it's creative.
It's not overkill.
No,
And it's not
it's subtle.
understated. Yeah.
It's subtle, but it makes its point, and it's a good.
Strong.
Yeah. Yes.
That's what I said to him last night. It was very strong, simple, and it makes a statement. And it's fitting.
And it's
Perfect.
heavy.
And it's heavy. It's not
Oh,
going
yeah.
anywhere.
Oh my God, this is.
Wow, 250.
Mom's cool, by the way.
Yeah, I told you. Did I tell you? Everybody says that. It's like mom is like their mom.
Yeah, everybody said, Mom.
Wait till you guys all come to the house for the party
Ah.
Forward to that.
for Pine Bush.
Oh, yeah.
Well, look, see, I like how where the sun hits it now. Is it sun hits high at a certain time?
And there it
hits
is.
a different way. Isn't that cool?
And there it
So
is.
the
Get
sun, you got it because the sun's going to hit it like this.
Yeah.
At a certain time, it's going to be behind it.
Yeah.
Which I really like that. Look at how it looks now.
Putting black thing inside the
I don't know if you guys can read that.
spot. And just gonna brush it in, wipe it off.
I'm trying to keep it as still as I can so you guys can actually make out the writing.
You need this?
Can you read that on YouTube? Because like I said, I know the video quality is poor because we're in the middle of nowhere. Literally, seriously.
That's what used to hold that.
The judge is like freaking out that he can't get a signal to stream.
Oh, and the trees.
So there you go.
Nice, right next to it.
Yeah, don't throw that away. I'll take it.
Yeah, I don't
Sure,
know.
I could use it for
Are you kidding?
Again?
battle.
I know.
Yeah, just for
Yeah, this is nice. I like it.
See? You got it for free, right?
everything.
Yeah, it's like I said,
That's right.
We used to throw anything.
it's a little dicey with the
I get my
getting the stream
Stuff I use sometimes.
Yeah.
period right now with the signal.
Don't forget your stuff.
But it's cool. I like it. I love it
Throw
here.
it out tomorrow and you're gonna need it the next day.
I have to relocate.
What do they-
This
what's
is a
that saying?
beautiful, area.
It
It is the Berkshires. I mean, this is beautiful
I
here.
found.
When we were driving here, it was all farmland, a lot of ranches with horses. There was even a farm where you can get fresh milk. I was like, wow, look at that. Yes, that was somebody's. I forget who. It is a pretty view. Look at the river. Look at this. It's awesome. I almost tripped over the edge before. Bill almost went flying into the river right here. And there's a current. I can tell you that right now. See? And he's seen the object over that way. Tom did. His brother seen it on the other side. It's very peaceful here. Jello, I'm telling you, it is absolutely beautiful here. I mean, if I didn't, to be honest, if I was looking to buy a house, and I don't have the house that I'm at right now, this is the place I would come to buy property. It's beautiful, and the houses are separated. I mean, it's just so tranquil and peaceful here. It really is. And I'm not just saying that because I'm here. I'm telling you because Mom and I were discussing it when we were coming up. It's beautiful, right, Mom? How beautiful it is up here? So there you go, folks. Now Tom is raking out. We're going to put another bench over there. Ben, I see what you wrote. Yeah, again, a matter of fact, let's go talk to Tom. Let's get it from the man himself. Hey, Tom. The folks on YouTube will like a couple of minutes with you.
Yeah.
They want more details about specifically your experience, your family's experience. So you were driving in the vehicle from there, this coming to this direction with, it was you, your brother, your grandmother, and your mother.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, so you were coming this direction, you were heading this direction.
Right. We got probably, well, this shit didn't used to be grass. This used to be wood planks when you came off the bridge. So we were going about 15 miles an hour. And right over here was where that round sphere was. And I think what confuses people a lot is some people talk about the round sphere and the ball that we saw, and other people focus on the craft that was down here.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like three pieces to this thing. And sorry, I'm out of breath, man.
No, I got you at the right. I think I got you at the wrong time, but.
Yeah. Body by Park Sign.
So you seen
yeah,
the.
rose up right about there was probably, I'm gonna say, a little more than eye level. And we were coming down here. My mother started to slow down because we wanted to see where it was going, because it didn't actually go over our car like they show a lot. It went over back behind these trees. So back, this is like, my God, 50 years ago. But it went past this line of trees here and started going over that field. And so when we were driving down this way over here, my brother looked out the right side of the car, and this waterway wraps around, and he noticed like an orange sphere, very much like this one, but in a different color, with reds and so on. We've all described it as being between orange and amber and red, but it was where this water wraps around. So we ended up stopping near that telephone pole.
The one that's far out in the distance right there.
Yeah, it's the first one.
Yeah.
The second one, actually.
Yeah.
So we were in front of that. This sphere was over here, and the second one was over there. And so we're like, what the hell? And this one kind of faded. We could see the lights kind of coming through these trees, but then it faded out and we didn't see it anymore. So we were kind of looking more focused on this one. And then we noticed the craft that was, let me show you.
Go ahead.
Yeah. All right, so my mother's driving, trying to find a spot to pull over to see what this is. And I was on this side of the car. My brother was over on this side. So as we're going, you can see the water wraps around back here. So this is what really had our attention in the beginning. So you can kind of tell before this road was much wider.
Right.
Because it used to be a two-way street.
Really?
Yeah, two cars used to go up and down here. Anyway, see the water over there?
Yes.
Okay. My brother saw something in the water over here. And so we're actually trying to see where this is, because this is much closer, and we never saw it again. Never saw it again.
Hmm.
But when we stopped over here, and this tree didn't used to be here. You know, that's
Well, this is 50 years ago, so has much of the
and
landscape.
once again, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Once again, where the craft was over water. See the water
Mm,
over there?
hmm.
So everything was over
Water.
Yep. And so we stopped probably, I'm going to say right about here probably. And we're looking out. And this is where we saw, you know, that metallic craft, which was probably higher than the tops of the trees. And it was just there
It was hovering? Yes.
by water. See this bed of water, the white orb this way. Now whether it went to, saw the orb over here.
On the other body of water.
Moving parts. And
So,
then this one, we all of a sudden felt like we were underwater. Like we, you know, like an echo. Because there used to be a lot of,
mm.
and all of a sudden, the car lit up, the inside of the dashboard, hair, my grandmother, and you know that's
From
looking at this. My brother stayed on this for some reason. Well, it was on that side of the car,
Mhm.
and then bang, it felt like funky or sluggish, or, and then you know it was just like, you know, everything just kind of came to a still, like this just a vacuum,
How long
silence,
did
you know.
how long did it feel like the experience lasted
Um,
in duration of time?
I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 minutes,
Mm.
and it was probably like 3 hours. And then when we came to, if you will, not to get in too much detail, my and here's the kicker: when my mother stopped,
Mhm.
the car was running; it was in park.
Mhm.
When my grandmother and mother came to, if you will, or my grandmother was now in the driver's seat, which no one can explain, she had to start the car. She had to turn the ignition.
Mm.
So that's why we've always thought there was a human element, which is why the Historical Society also believes there was a human element. That's why we can't use certain terminology like abduction and things like that in the
Right.
press,
Right.
because it makes them look silly, they think, and you know. But anyway, that was really concerning to us because it didn't make sense. So my grandmother drove the car down here, went flying, and then went past the down. You know, she was like not herself, so she went past the building's entrance and turned around and actually came back this way again. Got out of the car, walked right into the silk store, and I think the slam of the door is what brought me to when I realized, where am I? You know, what's going on? And I saw my grandmother walking into the store. My mother was out of it. No one was responding to me. My brother's head was on my leg. And so I walked in behind my grandmother, and then she walked right by the clerk, got all, you know, tied up with bikes and strollers. You know, she didn't know where she was and couldn't find
Yeah,
her way out.
disoriented.
And I was grabbing her hand going, no, 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 no. You know.
Wow.
Anyway, that's kind of what happened here. Then it came on the radio in the morning, and over the, you know, over our diner, and all these.
The diner.
What a lot of people don't realize was it was a holiday they normally wouldn't have.
Saw after.
Um, this wasn't the only time. Yeah. So it's
Careful what you wish for.
you know, I think the first incident we had in '66 or '67, one of those would be, I think the one we had the most difficulty with. You know, this was much different. This was very industrial by design. You know, the craft was very. It didn't seem very, aside from the orbs, if you will, if that's what you want to call them, it didn't seem very, I don't know, spiritual or it was very nuts and bolts for the most part. And what we remember and recall was very, you know, militant and harsh.
Right.
And that's why I think that it was easier also for the Historical Society and the governor and everyone else to take, you know, to look at this in a different light, because we had Command Aerospace, you know, Pratt and Whitney, and, you know, look at the mountains, the Nike missile sites in here, and missile sites. You had the the Cold Wars, you know, they were mining for magnesium not too far from here, not too far from our diner that was used for the atom bomb. So there was a lot of government here, and so when turned back on, and you know what we saw, you know, could have been something experimental at the time.
Right.
You know, it made it easier for them to draw their conclusions
Mm-hmm.
that everyone did see something. And once they acknowledged that everyone did see something, and they were kind of alluding to the fact, well, it could have been a back engineered thing, something that was a little easier to stomach over the years, that was like, you know, we're all here today, we all remember it, we all know what we saw, and that's not what it was.
Right.
So, you know, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And now I think they're a little more
Open.
in tune and
Mm-hmm.
open, and realize that this was the actual spot of the first site to be found historically true by state government. And now we got a nice park, and everyone's backing it, and you're here.
Yeah, it looks so
and Lenny
cool.
made that friggin' sign.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Which was sponsored by Ancient Aliens, right? Donated. What's
the
Ancient
metal
Aliens?
sign, the entrance sign was donated by Ancient Aliens.
Okay.
And he made the sculpture to put
Right.
it into. Yeah.
So
I
it's
don't
come
know
on.
if they know who his brother is or not, but you know, Lenny's brother is the movie director Louis Marnell, from Bats, and he directed a Werewolf, The Beast Within Us, and some others. So it's nice to have his family's name also associated with the park.
Mm-hmm. And it's on the plaque.
Yeah, it's on the plaque.
Mm-hmm.
And Shockwave Motors, the electric car manufacturer, is also a recent, you know.
Who you are now the spokesperson for, right?
Yeah. Well, we kind of, yeah. I offered to do that. Yeah.
I was hoping the car
If
might
I
show up
sponsor
at
the
Pine
park,
Bush.
Yeah. We say a couple words for us.
Take us for a spin,
Yeah.
bro.
Let me think about it. Yeah. You're welcome.
I'm not saying no. Brother's seen it on the other side, where the river is on the other side of this field here. It's snakes. It's almost like shaped as a horseshoe. It goes around, and then it comes back this way.
Every piece, everything was over water.
So there you go. Tom Reed. Someone asked to get specifics about his case, his family's case. Well, you just heard it from the man himself. I mean, can't get any better than that. All right, I gotta walk slow. Let's get back. I am shocked that I'm getting this signal and it's holding for this long, to be honest. So let's see what else we've got to do, because Bill's got to head back home. You're welcome, Roni. I hope I'm pronouncing your name properly, too. So, for those that may have missed it, you may want to rewind the video and you could get an account from Tom Reed himself about exactly what happened here back in 1969, I believe, September 1st. Let's read it on the plaque one more time. This is such a cool chill out spot, I'm telling you. This is a cool spot. And here it is again, this time. The Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Thomas E. Reed, on behalf of the citizens of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. I'm butchering Massachusetts bad. I am pleased to confer upon you this governor's citation in recognition of the off-world event on September 1st, 1969, which engaged the Reed family, which has been established. Your dedicated service to the incident was factually upheld, founded, and deemed historically significant and true by means of Massachusetts historians. The record highlight of the great, right there. And they're covering up the dirt. And my camera's still going. So we're gonna take one more look at the sign, then I'm gonna end the stream because I gotta wrap things up here. Tom is just getting the final touches. Take a picture. We're gonna take pictures after this, definitely. This is the video part, Ma. And there you go.
Day one.
Yep.
Come here more.
Oh, this
Yeah,
over here?
spread it. Is that the only dirt you have?
Yeah. Your mom's bossing me around.
I see that. You know why she does that at me at home? You got to see it. We got fights on
Oh my
YouTube
God.
live.
I can see why.
Me and her going back and forth. You see? You see? And there you go. And let's go to the front.
Look, you left them on the ground.
I know.
No, I'm holding them because
And there's the
I
front.
wear my glasses.
All right, folks. So
Yeah, we got visitors at the park.
there's some people here already showing out. All right. So on behalf of Tom Reed, Judge Kevin Titus, my mom and myself, who are here right now, have a great day to everybody.